Yo, salute everybody. As you guys know, this is live, so that means if you are watching the replay, you might want to fast forward the first 2 minutes because we're gonna give people a chance to get into the room. If not, you can just hear me talk about something that has nothing to do with battle rap until about the 2 minute mark. Um, yeah. So, first and foremost, hope everybody's safe, everybody's good. Unfortunately, we're seeing a crazy rise in these in these coronavirus stuff. A lot of people who broke quarantine a long time ago, a lot of them being affected. A lot of these states that opened up too quick or didn't really close down really much, including New York. New York closed stuff down, but not as much as people think, not as soon as they should have. But they're opening a bunch of shit now, and people are definitely acting like nothing's going on. Like I'll tell you now, about 90% of the people that I see when I have to go out, I only go out if I have to. 90% of those people aren't even wearing masks anymore. And then you see people getting upset when they're not allowed into a store. I'm talking about around the states in general. You got people acting out when they're not allowed in a store or something like that, and it's like, yo, fam, this ain't just about you. You know what I'm saying? I'll say, I had a family situation that happened the other day, uh, 2 days ago, and to calm the situation down, I end up having to go to, like a lot of these restaurants got tables now in the streets and stuff like that. And I was very uncomfortable there too. There was a lot of people with no mask just walking around and stuff like that. But in that situation, salute it well. In that situation, I had no. Well, I had of course I had a choice, but I was in a tight situation, and I kind of had to be where I was at in order to, to deal with the situation that was going on. And it was just uncomfortable. It was crazy just to see how many people just literally like no mask, no nothing, don't care. And they all up on you and all of that shit. Like, I gotta take care of yourself, man, because this shit's only gonna continue to get worse and worse and worse. And I knew this was gonna happen come weather, when the weather got better, everybody was gonna be acting up. But yo, this shit ain't worth it, fam. Like, and I've said this before. I'm pretty sure some of y'all tired of me saying that, but it's the truth. If you into any sort of street life or anything like that, quit today. Quit today. Because if you can't spend more time in this situation now, if you can't spend more time inside your house where you still got plenty of freedoms, then you don't belong getting in no trouble where you gonna end up in jail. Cause you listen, you gonna snitch. You gonna snitch. If this is too much for you, you're gonna rat. Alright, come on, stop it. Alright, let's get into this. So we are episode 6. I openly admit to y'all, by now we should be on like episode 15. But due to all that's happening in the world in these last few weeks, man, I'm like in and out of battle rap. And then there's times that I'm actually watching the battle, but I'm not caring to think about judging the battle. I'm not caring to break down the bars. I'm not caring to do any of that. I'm just kind of, for the moment, enjoying it. Excuse me. Um, the night before last, I ended up spending like 4 hours straight. In them 4 hour time, I probably watched like 5 award battles. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to enjoy it for what it was. I didn't sit down and do any of that. So in the last 2 days, these are the battles amongst some of the battles that I watched, but these are ones that I felt, um, you know, to suggest to y'all. Because not every battle you watch is good, not every battle is bad, and not every battle would somebody else want to watch. I saw some battles that I was just like, okay, people had suggested to me, and I was just like, okay. But you can't, like, if somebody else really likes a battle, it's hard to tell them not to like a battle. I'm gonna name some battles some of y'all probably don't even care, probably won't even go watch. But it's just in the suggestion. That's all it is. So if you don't know how I do these things, what I do is I take 5 battle rappers and I basically suggest to y'all 2 battles it is. Some of them are really old. Some of them are brand new. Some of them are fairly new. Some of them might be a year or two old. It all depends. But these are battles that I watched that I really enjoyed, or battles that I've gone to over the years that I don't stop going to. And again, it's a suggestion. You guys can also get in the comment section and suggest battles yourself. Before we get into that, let's see what to say. The Jarrell said, Jay, holla at Big Cannon. He could probably use a chat. You're good with that type of stuff. You know, me and Big Cannon were fairly cool too. I want to say about a few months ago, probably around Christmas time. I think he was going through some also, and right before that, I had asked him, you know, for another interview. He had told me and then for whatever reason, it just never worked out. Maybe it's because he was going through stuff. Then I remember he had posted something that was, you know, kind of crazy. People were encouraging him. You know, Big Cannon is someone I really rock with. I respect. I feel he's underappreciated, and definitely if he ever needed to talk or he'd be willing to talk to me, I'll definitely, you know, I know you know, we've chopped it up slightly even at events. You know what I'm saying? I rock with him, man. But God bless him, man. And he'll be in my prayers. Something's wrong. All right, yeah. Let's jump into this, right? Yo, pray for Big Cannon, man. I don't know what's going on, but you know, pray for him, man. So the first battle I'm gonna suggest to y'all is Av versus SQUEAKO. Some of y'all might not know who SQUEAKO is. I won't lie to you. I'm not very familiar with SQUEAKO. I've probably only seen 2 SQUEAKO battles in my life, and this is one of them. When it comes to Av, a lot of people just think that Av first battle was like you are like. There's plenty of people who I've seen say shit like that on social media. So like, oh, Av had one battle and then he went to your. That's not true. Av was killing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely doing his thing. And you know his first battle damn sure wasn't on URL. There isn't many people who could say their first battle. I don't even know if there's anyone. It might be. There might be 1-2 people who could say their first battle was URL/Smack. But not everybody, you know, not after a certain period of time. So 7 City Sharks is where Av used to battle a lot. Go watch this battle. This is 3 rounds. Out of the 2 battles that I've seen of SQUEAKO, again, this is one. I like this one the best from SQUEAKO. I like this performance that he came with. And then you're sitting here and you're looking at Av, and you can see why people gravitated to Av as fast as they did, because the dude is just a beast. But this battle, this back and forth was definitely dope. Again, 7 City Sharks, small league down in Virginia. Check this battle out. It's gonna be more than worth your time. It's not even a long battle that I can remember. I think it was like a 20-minute battle, 25-minute battle, 3 rounds. Yeah, it was dope. Definitely dope. Second battle I want to suggest to y'all. If I'm not mistaken, this was a 1 rounder. I should have wrote that down. I apologize. No, it was 1 rounder. 1 rounder. And it's John the Don versus Av. So let me switch that, because we're talking about Av. So it's Av versus John the Don. So I'm suggesting to you Av versus SQUEAKO and Av versus John the Don. And this battle versus John happened at 7 City Sharks also. Again, you seeing John, who, in my opinion, never sells you short. Right? You know you're going to get it's John is very consistent, very everything. Like, doesn't take, I don't care what league I've ever seen John on. I've never seen a John where it seemed like he just was like, you know, it's a small league, no one's gonna care. I've never seen him take that approach. And him going against Av is a 1 rounder. I ain't gonna lie, it makes me now want to see them battle now a 3 rounder. You know what I'm saying? But this was definitely a dope battle. Again, 1 round is more than worth your time. And trust me, you go watch that battle and come back and let me know what you think. And trust me, you won't be disappointed at all. So those are the 2 battles that we have for Av. Again, after this live, the link will be in the description for all these battles that I list. Also, check the playlist out. Again, this is episode 6. That means there's 5 other episodes that you guys can go and see battles that I suggested. And maybe they work for you, maybe they don't. Let's move on now. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the ladies. So there's a particular lady out there, very attractive, and I think that people lose sight on how dope she is. Because, and understandably so, I understand, trust me. She's a very attractive woman, so the first thing everybody's thinking about is that. And like, no, like, you don't understand how crazy dope and versatile this woman is, man. And that's MyVerse. I love when MyVerse, it's just like the overall picture of it. Like the in and out of flows that she does, the little bit of personals mixed with some sarcasm and bars. Like she's just dope. She's just dope. Um, I would have to say for anybody, like there are a lot of people, including myself, who at first didn't. I wasn't so big on female battle rap. Now I wouldn't sit there and act like I know everything about female battle rap, but watching performances and even these battles I'm gonna suggest like this make you more interested in it, make you want to go check it, especially if you're someone who likes the versatility. Like, you know, if you want to see somebody be able to show you how dope they are overall as an MC or as a battle rapper, whichever way you want to put it, you know, watching a MyVerse battle is kind of hard for you not to get that feel. All right, so I'm gonna suggest first MyVerse versus CEE the Boss. All right, if I'm not mistaken, that's a Queen of the Ring battle. Listen, man, you gotta go see it because CEE the Boss, she does her thing too. This is by no means is this. Matter of fact, go watch it and you go watch it. Excuse me, go watch it and tell me if somebody got washed in this battle or if this was a close. Like, what was your thoughts on this battle? I want to know. So it's CEE the Boss. It's MyVerse versus CEE the Boss. 3 rounds. And again, it's just you sitting here watching, you like, yo, wow, like to a degree. I'm gonna speak for me. I'm just sitting there watching these girls go at it, and I'm blown away, especially by MyVerse. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like overall, like, what do you do, man? How do you really approach a battle with her? Because this battle here is not a recent battle. This battle here is, I don't know, maybe like 5 years old, and you sitting there like, damn, she was a beast now. I mean, she was a beast then. Like, now, what do you do when she's even better than that? You know what I'm saying? And with that said, I'm moving to my second battle of hers that I'm going to suggest. And it's MyVerse versus RX. I'm going to be honest with you. Every time I've seen this battle, I see a 3-0. I see a 3-0. And this happened on the King of the Dot Town Business 2, I believe, 2, which was just a few months ago. So you're getting to see her most recent work. RX was good. I'm not telling you she wasn't good. There was moments where she had a hard time getting through her material. I really saw people when the battle was because you know I watched it on the pay-per-view first. You know when the event happened. Some people who saw it after the free YouTube drop was sitting there like, oh nah, RX bodied. First off, I don't know how you sit here. This is my opinion. This is more than my opinion. There's a lot of people who said like, I don't know how you sit here and look at this and said, RX is dope, but she did not body MyVerse. In fact, I have it the other way around. I think MyVerse bodied her. But again, it's cool to go excuse me. It's cool to look at people's opinions and take it for what it is. It's even better for you to go watch it yourself and come up with your own idea, your own judgment, or whatever you want to call it, on to who you felt won the battle and you know which way it really leaned. And again, for me, I thought it was a body bag. And again, that's no diss to RX. She's dope. But on that night, I felt like RX just I'll watch a RX battle at any time and not have any problem. But when you sit there and watch this battle with her and MyVerse, again, I just think that MyVerse showed you once again what's the difference between being a good battle rapper and just being overall crazy. Like, my opinion. Go watch it. Come back, let me know. If I'm bugging out, tell me to shut the fuck up, and I understand. All you gotta do, get in the comments and say, yo, man, shut the fuck up. And I'm already know what you talking about. All right? But trust me, if you trust my opinion on stuff before then, and you don't feel like watching this battle, which you should, but then you should just believe me when I say, man, I thought it was MyVerse clear. So those are the 2 battles for MyVerse. Again, the link will be in the description. That's MyVerse versus CEE the Boss, MyVerse versus RX. Salute to all these ladies, though, man. Definitely putting on. And I was very proud, even on that day when RX and MyVerse battle, because I felt like they represented the Latinas the best that they could, and that was, man, you definitely, I respected it. Salute, Mel, man. But Joel said nobody. So you got MyVerse 3-0, nobody though. All right, let's move on to the next set of battles. So the next set, who we got on target here is Swave Sevah. But Joel said he had the battle 2-1. Okay. 2-1 MyVerse. All right. All right, so the next set, the Diddy said I'm gonna have to watch my reverses on MyVerse versus RX again. I remember having RX, not a body though. Okay, I can respect the opinion. Please do watch it again and then come back and let me know. If you still came up with the same opinion, I understand. I understand. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the next one. Like I said, that's Swave Sevah. Now, Swave is one of them dudes in battle rap who people view one way, and then that they view him like a gatekeeper, and I hate hearing that shit. Because I always think of boxing and stuff like that, and mixed martial arts, and these other places where combat sports mostly, where you being considered a gatekeeper is like you're the guy. Like I know how good. I know if I have a good fighter, not a great. I know I have a good fighter if he can beat you. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the guys who they have 50, 60 fights under their resume. Why? They win, but they also be losing. But they're one of those tough fights. They're one of them tough outs. And it's like, okay, if I'm a promoter and you're a prospect of mine, I have an idea how far I could go with you. If you could at least, if you could beat this dude and look fairly good doing it, or at least look tough doing it. I hate that type of shit because to me, Swave is more than that. I really don't look at him as a gate. I hate that shit. I don't. Go watch Swave Sevah battles. I don't think you could see Swave Sevah, let's say, have 20 battles, but he got 10 wins, 10 losses. Those are like, in combat sports, those are the kind of guys that are like gatekeepers. The guys that they got like 20 wins and 12 losses. 25 wins and 15 losses. Or you got some of them who got 20 wins and 17 losses. I seen one guy they considered a gatekeeper, used to fight. He had like 30 wins and like 28 losses, some wild shit like that. And those are dudes you look at as gatekeepers. Give you an idea of what you have, more or less. I do not view Swave like that. Honestly, that I could remember, I got Swave losing the Verb. I don't think he would even dispute that. I think he's even admitted that before. He lost to Verb. And then I believe he lost to Head Ice in a battle I hated. I wanted to see them both battle so bad, but clearly you saw that they were just too cool with each other. You know what I'm saying? So those are the two battles off the top of my head that I think Swave lost. Now I believe he had judged battles on ground time and stuff. I'm not 100% sure, but you gotta think about it, man. He's beating Disaster. Swave has beaten. I got him beating B. Dot. Swave has beat a lot of people out there, man. He's not no fucking gatekeeper. A gatekeeper is somebody, again, has a good amount of wins, a good amount of losses, but it's always that tough fight. No, Swave be winning and arguably killing people, which we'll get into that because one of the battles I'm going to suggest to me is one of the biggest body bags of all time. People just don't talk about it. All right, so for Swave, the first battle we have up was Swave Sevah versus O-Red. Now, this is definitely like a 6-year-old battle or something to that effect. This was around the time that people was really understanding how dope O-Red was. O-Red kept having this choking and whining shit about it. I remember O-Red battled a dude named Scripps, and he ended up quitting in that third round, literally walking away. Scripps was killing him. And the thing with O-Red is you could see how dope he was, but it was like he used to be in his feelings or blame, like he'll choke and blame fucking somebody who lit a match all the way in the back of a fucking venue. Like shut up. Shut up. He got in there versus Swave, man. Swave, in my opinion, clearly 3-0. Do I think he body bagged him? I wouldn't necessarily go body bag, but I think it was a clear 3-0. But don't get it wrong, O-Red was very good, and this battle was definitely worth going to watch. I would definitely suggest you go watch. That's why I'm telling you about it now. Some of y'all may remember it. I know people who felt like the battle was a lot closer than people said, but they admit that Swave won. Then you have some people who said it was a complete body bag. And only probably 1 or 2 people I ever saw in my life ever said they thought O-Red won. To be honest with y'all, O-Red has even admitted that he lost that battle. So it's up to y'all. Go watch it. It's definitely a battle worth watching on both sides. I just think It showed to me. I remember it showing early, and I feel it still show how great Swave is, and he's gotten way better since then. So the next battle I have for Swave Sevah is, in my opinion, I don't even know if you could argue top 5 bodies ever. Let me say that again. I don't think you can argue this is a top 5 body ever. Honestly, I think you can even make a case for top 2 bodies ever. And that's Swave Sevah versus Quantum Physics. I never in my life seen anything like this. I never seen a body like this. It wasn't just a body with the bars. It was everything. It was the presence. It was everything. Like, it was a mixture of personals and jokes and physical shit. Like, and you watch the battle, you see what I'm talking about, physical shit. But yo, Swave really exposed this dude. Like, really, first off, Quantum also looked real uncomfortable. He looked very uncomfortable. Right before, you could skip that battle too. You could skip like the first, I don't know, maybe 4 minutes, because they do, like, they interviewed them both before the battle. And it's like this long drawn out shit for no reason. So I would suggest you skip maybe the first 3 to 4. I want to say around 4 minutes, but it's on YouTube, man. Forward it, find the spot. Pause. Quantum definitely looked out of his element, but he looked like, you know, he just looked nervous, man, and it didn't make it any easier. The stuff Swave was saying to him, and the stuff Swave was, you know, putting out some personals and all kind of shit. It got to a point where Quantum keeps touching Swave and all of that, and at one point Swave like taps his shit and damn near folds Quantum in half. Like, you got to see it for yourself. When you look at the overall picture, you might say, yo, you might have saw someone dissect someone better than that, which I kind of doubt. But when you look at the overall picture, everything that happens in this battle, it's to the point now, if I ever watch that battle, I'll just completely skip Quantum Physics rounds. It's just like, I go straight to Swave's rounds. Yo, this was a body. This is like, yo, my man, he dismembered this dude. Like, again, this is just one of them battles that you like, yo, how the hell do they look at Swave like a gatekeeper? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man. So again, these battles will, the links after this live, the links will be in the description for you to check these battles out yourself. Or you could just go and search for them yourself. I'm just gonna try to make it easier. That way you can just go in there, find whatever battle I'm talking about that seems to interest you, click on it, keep it pushing. But I do want to hear your feedback on what y'all think about Swave versus Quantum Physics. All right, we're gonna move on now to another one of the fellas who I think is dope, and another guy that I don't think people give him the respect that he deserves. He took a little hiatus, and since he's been back, he's been on the tear himself. That's ROSENBERG RAW. And ROSENBERG was in, and I'm gonna suggest that battle too, but ROSENBERG was in one of my favorite battles ever, one of my top classics of all times. Before we get to that one though, I want you guys to go check out ROSENBERG RAW versus O-Red. Again, another O-Red battle. O-Red was dope in this battle. In my opinion, so was ROSENBERG. I love the back and forth. There's a little bit of use of props in this, you know what I'm saying, in this battle, but I won't blow it up if you haven't seen it before. If you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about and know how funny that was. If you haven't seen it, this is a great time for you to go watch it. There was a lot of people who leaned towards O-Red in this battle. I won't argue with you if you feel that way, but I thought ROSENBERG, to me, it was a debatable battle. The first time I watched it, I was like, all right, this is a good battle. I don't know, you know, I kind of leaned towards O-Red, but then when I watched it multiple times, I was like, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a battle, and I think people also forget ROSENBERG's resume. He got a very good resume. Of course, it hurts your heart to see what happened with him and Rex, but that wasn't on him. That was on Rex, you know what I'm saying? But you would have loved to see, because again, since he's been back, he's battled Craig Lamar. I think you could arguably say 3-0 in that battle. To me, 3-0 against Rex, you can't even debate that. Um, he's had another battle since he's been back. I can't remember who that was, but since he's been back, he's definitely. You know, I think he went through a time period too where he too showed up to some of these smaller leagues and didn't care that much. Um, but I always loved Rosenberg's style, man, and you know, I never feel like he 100% don't care, but he had gotten to a point where it was like a few chokes in his battles and shit, and it was like, come on, man. But again, since he's been back, he's been on the tear. But go watch that battle. That's Rosenberg Raw versus O-Red. You will be entertained. Remember, I told you that. The next battle I'm going to suggest is it's a classic. It's one of my favorite battles ever. I can't go wrong ever watching this battle. If I ever sitting there confused and not know what battle I want to watch, but you know, I just want to be in like a, you know, you ever get in a mood where you just like watching battles and for some reason shit's just not, and it could be it's not has nothing to do with the battle. It's you where you're at, where you're kind of like, man, you know, you can't get into the battle, but it's about you, not about them. This is one of the battles I can go back and watch, and I will always be thoroughly tuned into this battle. And that's Rosenberg Raw versus Clean Paper. Now, you can look at this battle. I'm not 100% sure. This might have been their, I think it was their first battle out of the PGs, something to that effect. This is another one, too. You fast forward the first few minutes because they talking with X Factor and a bunch of other people. But go check that out. Rosenberg Raw versus Clean Paper. I just, first off, everybody knows what I think of Clean Paper. You know, he messed up his own career, but Clean could have been one of the greatest ever. And in this battle, you will see that. You will see a crazy Clean Paper, and then you're sitting there and you're watching a crazy Rosenberg Raw. And again, this is at the point where they're both hungry. They're both trying to get on. They're both trying to make a name for themselves. It's straight up two pit bulls going at it. I love this battle. I don't know. God knows how many times I watch this battle, and I never get tired of this battle. And again, whenever I get into one of the mental blocks in terms of battle rap, either I'll take a few days off from even watching it, or I'll go to a battle like this. So this isn't the only battle I go to, but I go to battles like this to get that pick me up, because it always, it just, the replay value on it is crazy, in my opinion. So go watch Rosenberg Raw versus Clean Paper again. When this is over, I will have the link in the description, and I want you to come back and tell me what you thought of that battle. So we'll get into the last set of battles that I'm going to suggest. And these next two battles, again, you guys know I'm suggesting two battles from each battle rapper. And this one's coming from JADA. Another one of the female battle rappers who people don't speak much about. I don't understand why. I don't know. I think she's dope. I think she is one of the people. Do I think she's as overall versatile as MyVerse? No. But I think she's very, very good. And I think that she's one of the people who, I understand she's had some issues with Queen of the Ring before. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she hasn't been promoted and marketed more towards everybody. She is an attractive woman, so there's that. She's crazy dope. And she's a singer too. She has, I gotta go try to find the link, but she has an EP out right now too. I think it's like 7 songs, something to that effect. So go check it out. I haven't heard the whole project. I'll be open and honest with y'all. I've heard about 2 songs, I believe, and that was right leading up to when the project dropped. And I haven't had the time. I've had the time. I've had a lot of shit going on, and that was just the last thing on my mind. I didn't even remember it till right now when I mentioned her name. I remember she had a project out. So go check it out. I believe it's on all streaming platforms. But the battle I'm going to suggest to y'all is JADA versus Charisma. This battle is on beat. This was a Verbal Warzone battle. Here's the thing. I try to suggest different styles of battles to y'all because sometimes you just need that breath of fresh air. One thing about on beat battles is they can be that little pick me up also. You might hear a classic beat that you love or something like that, and they're flowing on and battling on it. In this battle, they do use some classic beats. Some beats that to me are timeless and you guys will love. Like, these are some of your favorite hip-hop beats, and I'm being used in this battle, and these girls are going in on each other. Especially JADA, definitely doing her thing. So again, you sitting there trying to figure out what to watch, you want something a little bit different, go watch one of these Verbal Warzone battles. And in this case, we're talking about JADA versus Charisma. You won't be disappointed. Um, Next one that I'm gonna suggest that y'all watch of Jada Ray's battle again. She's a dope. She's dope. She's dope. Is Jada Ray versus Lady Caution. Now some funny shit happens in this battle. So if my yeah, it's a 1 round battle. Um, Lady Jada Ray goes first. Fucking fire. And you're sitting there watching this and you're like, damn, like it's a 1 rounder. You have to come, with some shit. So she goes first and you like, yo, man, what is Lady Caution gonna be able to do? Because that round was crazy and Lady Caution brings it too. I have to be honest with y'all. I have it slight, like a razor's edge towards Jada Ray. But something happens in this battle that might make you feel like Lady Caution might have won it with having such a dope moment. She had a very good round, but she might have edged it because she had a dope moment, a funny ass moment. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you want to go check this out. It was definitely one of them hilarious ass moments. The first time I saw it, I'll be honest with you. The first time I saw it, it was a clip that was on social media. I didn't like it. I felt like it shouldn't have happened. But as I watched the battle, so on and so forth, I seen Jada Ray took it all in good and fun. I don't know if physical contact actually happened the way it looked is like it did. Again, you go watch it, you be the judge, and then you can come back and let me know what you think about that. If I'm bugging out, But again, when I first saw it, I thought it was crossing the line. But then when I watched it in the context of the battle and visually seeing the whole thing, I'm not sure if what happened just looks like it happened or if it actually happened. So I don't want to blow that up. I want you to go watch it, and because if I tell you, man, especially in context, you got to see how all that was going on. Again, all these battles, the links will be in the description. So let's run down the list one more time. Yes, Ab versus SQUEAKO, Ab versus John the Don. You got MyVerse versus CEE the God, and MyVerse versus RX. Then we go to Swave Sevah, and we got Swave versus ORED, Swave versus Quantum Physics. Then we got Rosenberg Raw, Rosenberg Raw versus ORED, Rosenberg Raw versus Clean Paper. One of my favorite battles ever. Go check that out. Then you got Jada Ray versus Charisma, on beat battle. Jada Ray versus Lady Caution, 1 rounder. The other thing too about these 1 rounders, a lot of times I watch them also like when I'm about to cook and stuff like that. I might throw 1 or 2 on a playlist and just let it play through. Excuse me. Because if I don't revert back to one of my favorite battles, I hate trying to pay attention to a 3-round battle that I haven't seen yet while I'm trying to cook and all that. So I'll throw it on, especially when these 1 rounders, and it is what it is. Let me run through some of these comments before we get up out of here. Rich Well said he calls himself a gatekeeper. I guess he's talking about Swave. The old man says Swave a killer. That's why they're keeping his new class away from him. I can see that. He's high risk. He's a high risk battle. Swave third versus the Saga, one of the most creative rounds ever. Yes, it was. Definitely. I agree with that, man. Verb and Diz got him clearly. Whoa, what? I don't know. No. You said Disaster beat Swave clearly. Nah, my man. Wasn't that battle judged too? I don't know. Del Diddy said the same thing. Salute Ridgewell. Swave does call himself the gatekeeper. His spot is solidified. Swave performance against Tink is underrated. Yes, that was a dope performance. Swave was on a different level versus Tink. I forgot about that. Salute David Rubin. Said I forgot about that QP battle. Swave killed my boy QP. But no way is a top body though. I disagree, my man. Salute, Middle Finger TV, King, salute. Melman said Jada Ray's fire and her music is dope. Watch Danny Myers versus Kane Marco. Okay. So yeah, that's the list. That's the suggestions. All of that, man. Salute to y'all. Um, I don't know. Maybe in the next week I'll have another episode for y'all and suggest a few more battles. Again, if you haven't seen the other episodes, there's 5 other episodes with me suggesting battles. You know what I'm saying? So it's more than enough, especially in these quarantine times. Like I said, I stay in the house as much as I possibly can. Don't go out unless I absolutely have to. And so, you know, there are plenty of people like myself who are in there. They're bored. They're tired of Netflix. They're tired of HBO. They're tired of all these things. Get tired of even YouTube, you know, watching other stuff. And you get to a point where it's like, yo, what do you watch? And that's the reason why I really do these episodes. Is it's like, yo, not only that, but I want to remind you about some of the dopest stuff that's happened in our battles in our culture we might have forgot, because it's so much battles, so many leagues, so many battles. It is oversaturated. This sport is oversaturated like a motherfucker. But sometimes you just need that suggestion. You feel like you've seen it all or something like that. So, or you want something that piques your you know, piques your interest. Salute, Dre. Dre Avondale said, "People we don't need to battle anymore. People who we don't need to battle anymore. Head Ice, Swave, Twerk, Calico, Mook, and Goods." Whoa, 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 yo! I disagree with you wholeheartedly. You don't want to see Head Ice no more. You saying Swave don't shouldn't? Nah, you. I think you're wilding with Swave. I think you're wilding with Calico, Mook, and Goods. You know, there's a lot of people tired of Head Ice. I personally aren't, but there's a lot of people tired of Head Ice. People are definitely tired of Twerk because of all the choking, but it's their fault too. So there's that. But I mean, it's your opinion. You don't want to see Calico battle them. Calico though, how the fuck is Calico on your list of people? I mean, hey, to each his own, man. All right, y'all. Again, go check out those battles. Salute. Thank you for rocking with me. I understand it's 4th of July. In my opinion, with all the protests and everything that's going on, I don't think we should be celebrating this at all, because it's like almost going against what the protests are about. And since 6 o'clock this morning, I've seen people out in front by my building packing their cars up and doing all that to go catch their spot early. And it's like, yo, fam, you're completely going against what this is about. How are you sitting there celebrating Independence Day when our people have been? Think about it. When Independence Day and all this happened, our people were still enslaved. How are we celebrating this day? Yeah. Anyway, let's keep it about battle rap right now, man. Stay safe. Stay your ass in the house, man. Stay out of trouble. No drinking and driving. All right? Salute.